Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing Master Duel. Everybody has talked about Master Duel. And to new players and free-to-play players, I want to give some advice on how to start once you're in the game, you're brand new, don't know what to do. First things first, go into the solo mode. Play through the solo mode as much as you can. Unlock the gates. It will give you a lot of gems. Go here and I'll show you. First, you start here, get your Raigeki, get your Monster Reborn. Clear as day. Good cards. You'll use them in a lot of decks, probably. Then you go here, practice 600. 4 duels, 600 gems each. Boom. Easy gems. Use these Spirit Orbs here to unlock the gates. And the gates always have some gems locked behind them in the duels. And you can learn some new archetypes that you never played or considered playing but didn't know how to start and where to learn them. Maybe there are enough guides, I guess, online that you can learn anything. So the first things you want to buy, don't really go spending on mates, dual fields, protectors, icons. You see, I've done this because I reached the cap and I thought, well, that's a lot of gems. What am I going to do with it? So I started spending, buying things, buying dual fields, buying mates just to spend so I can claim the other ones I have in my gift box. Don't do that because you're going to run out of gems. Buy the dual pass. Dual pass is good. You have 2 tiers free in gold. You buy gold. And by completing the whole dual pass, you see you get 600 gems in total and 100 ultra rare crafting point, which are the hardest to get by, especially for free-to-play players. Then bundle deal, buy all of them, all 3 of them, 600 each. It's 1800 gems, but it's 30 packs because each of these is 10 packs. 10 packs normally cost 1000 gems. Get 10 packs for 600, and you get Solemn, Lightning, and Ash. And believe me, you're gonna need these cards. In 90% of the decks you're gonna try to build yourself, you might need 2 of these cards, a combination of 3, even more than 1 copy. So get this as well as the dual pass. First things you need to buy with gems. Then you can start building your decks. You've completed the solo mode, bought the packs, you have a good number of cards to either dismantle. Maybe you got lucky and you got some cards that you might need for what you have in mind. Now let's get into the decks. I'm going to show you a good way to start. First of all, I started with the Shiranui deck because I like Shiranuis. I got the structure deck, and this is a structure deck. Very basic, not the best, a little bit better than some of the other structure decks. Gladiator Beasts are also not a bad structure deck that you can build easily upon and make it better. Same with the Shiranuis. What I did to this deck, in my deck, I've removed the Violet Crystals, left only 1 Synthesis, left 1 Flip, removed 1 Samsara, got 1 Success, removed 2 Shrines, left only 1, and it had 3 Samurais and 3 Shoguns. I left the 3 Shoguns, 1 Samurai, got 1 Sword, 1 Squire, and 1 Sun Saga, who's the big boss monster. I have only 13 extra deck cards. The other 2 cards that I would want to get is a second copy of Sun Saga and a second copy of Sky Saga. You can copy this deck, which is basically an evolved version, a better variant of the structure Shiranuis. How do you get secret packs? Find a super rare or ultra rare card you want crafted. Like here, see how to obtain any card. You can press how to obtain. Master Pack, Abyssal. Never pull Master Pack. Master Pack has all the cards in the game. You'll never in a million years get exactly what you need. So craft it, unlock the secret pack, go to the secret pack, start pulling. You can see Doom King, Zombie World, Uni-Zombie. All these cards are cards that I needed, so I pulled a lot from this pack to get the cards that I wanted to. I crafted 1 super rare from the pack, and I started building with that. Bought packs from that. Always buy 10 packs. Never buy 1 pack. Always buy 10 for the guaranteed chances of super and ultra rares. But like I said, you can get lucky and get the cards you need, and if not, you're gonna get other ultra rares and super rares that you can dismantle to get the tokens or the crafting points. And as you can see, the ultra rares are the hardest one to get by. And I've had around 300, which I used to build 2 other decks, and now I'm out. Because 1 ultra rare card's 30 points craft, and dismantling gives you 10. You need to dismantle 3 ultra rares to craft 1. So pray to God that the secret pack you've unlocked has most of the cards you need, and you're gonna get lucky enough that you just pull them and you don't have to craft them. And if you don't, you can pull other ultra rares that you can dismantle. And I got lucky. I pulled Zombie World, I pulled Uni Zombie, pulled Doom King. Then I just had to craft Glow of Bloom, the Necroworld Banshee, and I had a lot of super rare tokens. Super rare tokens are not as hard to come by as you might think for free to play players. Because with the guaranteed chances on the 10 packs, you're going to get enough super rares that you might not need and you can dismantle and get the points. And if not, you can get some that you can use. Other decks, I can show you some normal and rare card only decks. 2 of which I use for the current festival. There's only normal and rares. First off, Yosenju. Very simple, very easy to play. Only normal and rares. And as you can see, for a free to play player, I have a lot of normal and rare tokens, so it's not a problem crafting the. This is the deck, very simple. Yosenjus, they have effects that normal summon more Yosenjus from your hand, then you attack, comma attacks directly, then at the end phase they come back to your hand. You can safely torrential tribute your opponent's field, banish all their shit, negate the Lost Wind, Bottomless Trap. Then you have your extra deck with monsters that banish or wipe the field. Just very easy, simple deck to play. It can brick sometimes, but it's good for this event, and this event is extremely fun. Then the other deck that I'm running here is the True Draco Monarchs deck. Also normal and rare only, cheap to build, no extra deck. Very easy to play. It can do very well in this event. Haven't really tried it in ranked. See how it does against the meta decks, but we'll see some replays and how these decks work. I'm not gonna go full on guide. Like I said, you can watch other guides online. Copy these deck lists if you want. Very simple, very easy to build. I'm gonna make a vampire deck as well. So this is how you build cards, how you craft them, how you get the secret packs that you need, what to pull. Once you get an idea of what you want to build, after you've chosen a structure deck that you can tweak and make better, so you can start playing, and then you can start building the deck you want. Because this is the Shurenri method that I did. Got the structure deck, build upon it, made it better. And Tune and Gravekeeper are the 2 decks that I built from scratch that destroyed my 500 super rare and 300 ultra rare crafting points just for these 2 decks. Oh, actually, I didn't show you the Phantasm deck. A lot of people know it's very cringe to play against. It's a troll deck. It's very annoying. This is what it is. And the problem is the field spell. Summons tokens when your opponent activates effects. Tokens are level 8, doesn't attack and defense. Then with C stealth, and when this is on the field, your Phantasm cards you can activate from your hand as hand traps. Well, this pops, this negates effects. C stealth protects face up spell. Well, not face up, but yeah, face up spells and traps you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. Any water monster that is level 5 or higher attacks. Even if the opponent's monster has high defense, higher attack, it just fucking goes because of the effect. And the tokens are level 8. So, and Draglubion cannot be targeted with effects. Then you can use his effect, summon either 92 or C92, and equip the other one to whichever one you summoned, and they gain a lot of good effects. Cannot be destroyed by battle. He cannot be targeted. They're just annoying to deal with. And now we're gonna get into the replays and show you some of these decks in action and exactly what they do. This is the first replay we're gonna start with. We're playing the true Draco deck. And see, the opponent just drops one. And you can see how this deck works. Go March of the Monarchs. You can see what March of the Monarchs does. Tribute summon monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects and cannot be targeted. You cannot special summon from the extra deck. That's why you don't have anything in the extra deck here. And tribute summons are the main goal for this deck. Ignis, let's say you have True Draco Heritage and True King's Return. I can set this on the field, face up, face down, doesn't matter, and I can tribute it to summon Ignis. And once I tribute True King and it gets sent to the graveyard, it activates its effect and it can destroy a monster. Because my opponent doesn't have one, I don't want to do that because that's a free pop that I don't want to waste just to summon a monster. Then you have Forbidden Chalice to negate a monster effect, of course for the cost of giving it 400 attack. Then True Draco Heritage. When you destroy or you send one of your True King cards to the graveyard, you can activate it during that turn. For the number of cards you have sent from the field to the graveyard, you can draw cards. Basically what it does. And it has other effects, but this is important for now. And then you have Boss Stage. Boss Stage, during my opponent's turn, I can special summon a generator from my deck and then special summon tokens. You're going to see this in action and how annoying it is. You have True King's Return just to be there. Boom, he draws. We summon our Nidhogg and we start summoning tokens. And you can tribute the tokens to use the effect of the generator monsters. And Nidhogg, I can tribute one of these, negate a summon of an opponent's monster. And boom, Code Talker. We're gonna fast forward this a little bit. See, the main thing you want to do is get rid of the boss stage, and then you have we got Nidhogg destroyed. See, we tributed True King's Return, popped his monster. Well, he's protected it. Then we got the effect of True King, who can search for the other equip spell, which is Disciples. There it is, boom. It's unfortunate that we got our field pop, but got rid of his monster with True King's Return. Boom, he got it to the top of the deck again. Boom, we activated it. True King was sent to the graveyard, so we drew a card. Return of the Monarchs. We have Forbidden Chalice to negate. Disciples. It's very simple. You get 3 True King cards from your graveyard back to the deck. Activate the effect again. Get another whip. Boom. Gets rid of the Monarchs. Not really important right now. We said it just be there because we don't really have any of the Mega Monarchs in our hand yet. Activates all his shit. Boom. He gets sent to the grave. Now we can see the graveyard. We have True King's Return. We have Ignis. We need another True card in the grave so we can activate Disciples and get them back in the deck and draw. And we got Ignis again. Did this. Now activate his effect. Get it back. Boom. Activated. We get the 3 cards. We draw another boss stage, lucky enough. And we get the 3 cards back into the deck and we draw. And we got another fucking Forbidden Chalice, 'cause why not? We activate effect, destroy tribute the tokens, use his effect, get rid of his monster. Simple as that. And the tokens get destroyed at the end phase, so there's no real reason to keep them. Then you got 3 of these. You got the big XZ monster. There it is, Firewall. And his effect is negated. No real reason to keep him. So we get the last generator that we have. Summon our tokens. Retribute the tokens. Boom, get rid of the Firewall. We made another Code Talker. Ridden Chalice, negate his effect, give him a little bit of attack. Try to activate the effect because Yu-Gi-Oh! Players don't read effects, they'll read cards. Get our 3 cards back with Disciples. Crash, because her being in the graveyard is helpful. You can get it back later. Torrential, of course, like I said, he doesn't read cards because tribute summon monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects and cannot be targeted. So my Ryza is not affected by his Torrential, but like I said, people don't read cards. And that's it. Simple, easy to play. Now we're gonna move on to the next replay. This is the Yosenju Deck in action. And the deck I'm playing against is a Pendulum deck, which with the normal and rare rarity, they can make big boards, some of them really, really good. So we got a good hand. And I kind of made a misplay here because I should have started with 2, summon 2, use the effect, summon 1, use the effect, summon another 2, and then summon Isna. But I started with 1 and then I summoned 2, and you cannot summon the same name. So I missed on having a 4th monster to do a little bit more damage. That's a little misplay that I noticed afterwards, but it was too late. And we have a Kaiju to destroy anything he actually brings out. And we have Dimensional Fissure. Boom, we get our 2. Should have started with 2, and I would have brought all 4 to the field. And at the end phase, they get back to the hand, so they're protected. And I see this guy, and I'm like, okay, this is not gonna be good. And it's all normal monsters, Pendulum. All normal monsters gain 200 attack, and you take no battle damage. Battles involving normal monsters you control. Then it drops this guy. Every time a normal monster inflicts battle damage, you can destroy 1 card on my field. And it's starting. Pendulum, boom, 3 monsters, 2k beaters all around. Look at this. And luckily we got our field spell, which each time you summon a Yosenju, you get counters. And with 1 counter, all monster gain 300 attack until the end phase. With 3 counters, add 1 Yosenju card from the deck or graveyard to hand. We use the Kaiju to get rid of his 3000 beater. Boom, easy. And then we start summoning. 2, 1, boom, 2, 1 again. This time I learned and I fixed my mistake from the first time. And 1 basically gets to return a card from the field to the hand. And I have 2/1, so I can return 2 cards, I believe. It's not once per turn. With Isna's effect, you draw a card, then you start activating these 2, and you start returning cards. Return this guy to the extra deck, then I return the Kaiju to my hand, and he has nothing on his field. See, simple as that. Get rid of his board. We draw a card, doesn't matter. Use 3 counters because it has 5. We summon 5 monsters. All of them gain 300 attack, not that I needed it, and he's dead. This is what the Yosenju deck does. You get good field control, and your board is normally protected. This is the Phantasm deck against a Drytron deck. A deck that everyone considers cancer and nobody likes to play against, and I have to agree that it is a little bit cancer. The ashes are Pathfinder, so we can get our field spell, which is unfortunate. And all we can do is sit on Torrential and Swamp Mirror. And Drytrons begin. With a little bit of luck, what happened? We had our normal, we got the equip spell, it gains 500 attack, and when it destroys a monster, you can special summon a Spiral Dragon and inflict 1000 damage. And this card gets equipped to the Phantasm Dragon. So from 29 it comes to 34. And it's during the battle step, so you can continue your attack with the Spiral Dragon. And we have Paleozoic to pop something, and Swamp Mirror just in case. So we destroyed his monster, and we summoned and attacked him directly. And Herald of Ultimateness, the card that nobody likes to see hit the field because he is, well, annoying, simply. But I got the Troll deck fighting Drytron. I didn't even hit my field spell yet, which is one of the core things you need for the Phantasm deck to work. And this card is kind of annoying. Your opponent cannot target this with monster effects. Total level of the monsters, yeah. You can attack all special summon monsters once each. And the thing is, I only have one. You can banish monsters, combined attack equals exactly 2 or 4, then target one card your opponent controls for every 2000 attack. You can send it to the graveyard. This guy is annoying. And he brings out Herald. Or Herald, as I like to call him. Why don't people like Herald? Well, when your opponent would special summon a monster or activate spell, trap, or monster effect, send one fairy from your hand and negate it. That's why people don't like Herald. Because he's the ultimate negate. He just negates everything you do as long as you have fairies in his hand. And the thing is, you would almost always have fairies in his hand with the amount of recycling that this deck does. It's insane. So you would think, why did I activate Swamp Mirror? Well, because I knew he was gonna stop the effect with Herald. And I wanted to bait out the cards in his hand, just to bait out the effect. Of course, he recycles again, and he gets more fairies to his hand, so he can use the effect even more. And that was the end of Herald. Because as much as Herald can negate, once you attack him, he is done. And we got skill drain. So if he somehow gets Herald back on the field, skill drain. And I got another Spiral. The equip goes to him again because of the effect of Spiral. When your opponent, when your monster battles, you can summon another one. That's why I have 2 in the deck.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
This is the Shiranui deck in action. Not a great hand, not a terrible hand either. This is board. We attack his monster, Samurai, Swallow, Samsara. Swallow, we can destroy our guy to pop 2 cards. Call the Hunted. That. Desert Soul. Could be 1 effect, target 1 effect monster, send it to the graveyard. So he wants to destroy a Samurai. So we do Swallow, because he's going to get destroyed either way. So we're going to destroy it ourselves. And then pop his Call of the Hunted and his face down. And we banished Squire. Use her effect to draw. because that's what this you target, tribute, destroy 2 cards, and then banish 1 monster from your deck. Banish squire, draw a card. And we drew Spectral Sword, and that's her effect. Where'd you go? You draw a card and then discard a card. And we discard Spectral Sword, because if he's in your graveyard, except the turn he was sent to the graveyard, because it was in the opponent's turn, you can banish him and another monster from the graveyard, which is our Samurai. Banish both, this effect, and summon a synchro monster. We set our field, synthesis. You can send, you control no monsters, send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, and target 1 zombie monster with 0 defense in your graveyard, special summon it, target 1 of your banished monsters, return it to the graveyard, and we have another swallow just in case. We activate the effect, we send Solitaire, we return her to the graveyard, then we activate its effect, we use Solitaire and Spectral Sword. And why is because when he's banished, you can target 1 of your banished monsters except him, or 2 if you have Synthesis on the field, which we do have, and special summon them. So we send both of them. We summoned Hades with these 2. Is zombie type monsters that battle, negate effects of your opponent. Simple as that. Boom. Then we use Solitaire's effect, special summon him. Then we summon our Smith. We just attack. Oh no, we actually do. Oh yeah, Samurai Saga. And we get 2 quick attacks. Then Raigeki, he Raigekis us, so it's kind of unfortunate, and Swallow wouldn't really help, to be honest, but we can possibly pop the other face down. I don't remember if I did. Yeah. Because they're going to get destroyed either way. They're not going to get protected. And I haven't destroyed Call of the Haunted because it's just sitting there on the field. And we got his face down, which was what? Fissure, I believe. Or possibly Lightning Storm. I destroyed both of these, which is incredible. Hades gets sent. She is banished. We activate this, target 2 banished monsters, and shuffle them into the deck, so we get both these guys back. Her effect activates, we draw with this card. We discarded our Spirit Master, and he just scooped. He had nothing else to play. Hope all of this helped you a little bit, and this video is kind of long. Gonna have to probably cut down a lot of it. So if you guys enjoyed, drop a comment, any ideas of improvements on the decks, or you can submit your own decks you find very fun to play that are not meta, not cancer. And with all that, I hope I catch you all in the next video.